What's up, guys? Abe here from Soberly Honest Reviews. Today's a very special day. Star Wars The Force Awakens was just released on digital copy, and we thought to ourselves, why not make a video about it, make it informational as we go. Rather than make this a review, we're just going to talk about it because why the hell not? It's Star Wars. And guess what? Mr. Bubblehead is back.
Borderline sober and telling the truth about stuff.
Soberly Honest Reviews.
Look how old you've become.
Something far worse has happened to you.
You know what I've come for.
I know where you come from before they called you Kylo Ren.
The dongle with the Force Awakens. We know you found it.
Wait, did you just say dongle? Can't you just say flash drive?
What do you mean? Everyone calls it a dongle.
Okay, Ben. Well, if you want to get your own digital copy of The Force Awakens, just always go online and buy it yourself.
No. I want the dongle. Give me the dong with the Force Awakens or I'll impale you with my rock hard saber.
You know what? You should really think before you speak.
I'll show you the power of the dongle.
Wait. Here, take the goddamn dong, whatever.
Oh. Wait, really?
Take it.
Okay.
It's a goddamn movie.
Pussy.
What up, Kylo? Just finished pounding your mom.
What? No.
Just got out of the shower here, feeling fresh. But I was pretty dirty, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Oh, I got a beer here. Well, anyway, kid, have fun with your little dongle thingy. I'll see you later.
No. Mom?
Whoa, that's no mood.
No.
No!
So as you guys are probably already aware, there are two major releases going on here. There is a digital copy release, which is just happened a couple hours ago, and then there is a hard copy release, which includes Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy, happening on April 5th. That's a Tuesday, so happy Taco Tuesday for you guys. And with that being said, there are obviously a lot of retailers providing different offers, exclusive content, and etc, etc. So rather than making this video a product review, we're gonna make this more of an informational session, and we're gonna give you guys some details around some of those offers, pricing, and maybe even some recommendations based on your needs. So if you're looking for the cheapest copy out there in high quality, you're gonna wanna go with Amazon. Amazon offers it right now for $17.99. However, if you want, or you don't actually care about that, I know iTunes, Google Play, Microsoft, and Fandango offer the movie for $19.99. However, there are some differences there. For example, if you have a Fandango account and you want those movie reward points, then you might want to buy the movie from them because they'll offer you 100 points. If you don't care about that and you want some exclusive content, or actually I should say exclusive posters, then you want to go through Target and Best Buy because they'll actually offer you 3 exclusive posters from the movie. I know some people actually went that route with the pre-order. Now, if you didn't get to pre-order, it's not the end of the world. You can still get the posters if you purchase the movie today through them. And that's the digital copy, okay? Now, if you care about points still, right? If you go through Disney and you have a Disney Movies Anywhere account, they'll actually offer you the opportunity to purchase through them, and you'll go through either, I believe, Microsoft, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, or Vudu. And Disney will actually offer you 150 points or 100 points depending on whether you go with HD or SD. So it's really just dependent on what you're looking for and what you want out of it. Now, just something to keep in mind, if you do decide to go with Best Buy or Target because of the posters, keep in mind that the posters aren't necessarily like, these crazy movie-sized posters, but they're actually just, kind of paper-sized posters from what I've been seeing. So just make sure that if you're gonna pay the extra $5, $10, whatever it is that you're looking to do, just keep that in mind. If all this seems a bit jarring to you guys, no big deal. I'll go ahead and put some of these links down below in the description with pricing, description, and everything you guys need to make your decisions. Without further ado, let's go ahead and look at the movie. All right, cool. So now that we've got the movie open here, look at this phenomenal looking movie poster here. It's a cool looking menu. It's pretty straightforward, right? You've only got 4 options here, but let's go into it. Obviously, we're not going to touch the play button here. Let's go into the extras, which is what everyone really is looking forward to. So what you see here is essentially a tab here that'll take you to the actual full-length documentary, which we'll go into in a bit. We won't go into that just yet, but let's look at the recommended items here. So essentially is you've got the table read here, which is pretty self-explanatory, but it's pretty much the old and new cast and crew kind of getting together to do the iconic table read that everyone's been looking forward to. It's 4 minutes long. It's really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Kind of gave me goosebumps just like looking at it. Just because I'm so used to seeing the photo and actually get to see it in person. The video is it's something crazy just to see. And then you got this other section called Crafting Creatures, which is essentially just kind of showing the filmmakers and kind of bringing a cast of new creatures to life essentially. And it kind of goes back into like the olden days with the original creatures were just kind of made of like robotic, kind of focused on animatronics and stuff like that. Not so much the CGI, which is kind of cool that they brought that back. And I know JJ was kind of focused on making sure he wanted to bring some realism to the film, which is really great. Then you got this pretty cool section called Building BB-8, which is kind of just an introduction, showing the whole creation process, how he came to be, this new iconic, droid that we've grown to love. And then actually this cool section here, which is called I guess it's called the Blueprint of a Battle, which is a snow fight. It's essentially the climatic scene at the end of the film that it was probably one of the most epic things I've seen in so long. But it pretty much goes into how they created the set itself, right, which is the snowy forest. It kind of dives into like the emotional and physical strains that the actors have to go through to kind of like really make that scene as epic as it was. And then finally, or not actually I should say finally, but you got the ILM, or I should say the visual magic of the Force, which kind of gives you an insider look of all of the digital artistry that goes into, all the work that went into this film to make it look so realistic, despite the fact that it's, there are some parts that are CGI. And then we got the John Williams Sam Symphony. He's the guy pretty much was involved with the original Star Wars, and he came back for the Force Awakens, kind of keeping that tradition alive. It's music pretty much carries the movie throughout, and you can tell, he was definitely a part of the original, and he's essentially what makes the film what it is from a music standpoint, obviously. And then finally, you got Force for Change, which is a pretty cool movement. If you guys weren't involved in that, you guys should definitely do some research on that. If not, this is a cool little section here that'll kind of walk you guys through what it was and some of the accomplishments that they've had. Cool. So what we also got over here is, so you don't have to actually go back. You can actually just, hit the next tab here, which is the Secrets to the Force Awakens. It's pretty much, a documentary. And when I say documentary, I mean like a full length 1 hour and 9 minutes worth of pure Wookiee orgasmic sex. The best, the finest of the finest on planet Kashyyyk. I'm telling you guys, you can't get this stuff anywhere else. So yeah, if you click it and you go into it, you'll actually see it's kind of got its own little section of its own, just because it's kind of a movie of its own, really. And I gotta say, it's pretty sweet. I won't kill it too much for you guys. Just go ahead and just watch it, check it out. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. So yeah, let's go back to the main menu. So yeah, let's go back here to the main menu. And you go into extras, and you go actually all the way down. You will see a deleted scene section. Man, this, guys, there is some crazy stuff going on here that I wish they didn't remove from the film, but I get it and I don't get it, but still whatever. So there's 7 deleted scenes that they didn't include in the film, right? You got Finn and the Villager, which I won't show, right? I'm just gonna go ahead and just let you guys figure that out. Jakku message, and then there's like this X-Wings preparing for light speed, which reminded me of the original, A New Hope kind of scene when they were kind of going into battle on the Death Star. My favorite, I think, is Kylo searching the Falcon. I'm surprised they removed that from the film. I don't get why they did it. But that's probably one of my favorite scenes. And then I think the cheesiest one, and I think it's pretty funny, is the snow speeder chase. You can tell that they cut this pretty early on. But definitely check it out. It's pretty funny. And then you've got, Finn will be fine. And then finally a tunnel standoff with Han Solo, Chewie, Finn, and Maz Kanata, and some stormtroopers, which wasn't included in the film. It's pretty funny, so check that out. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Cool, and that's pretty much about it that you will see in the digital copy. But it's pretty much everything that you'll find as well within the hard copy. But we'll go into details when that comes out on the 5th. If you found information on this video pretty useful, do hit that like button. It'll help us out tremendously. Also, bear in mind that this is just part 1 of 2 videos. This one's focused around the digital release. In our next video, we're going to talk about the hard copies, illustrate the key differences between each one of those so that you guys can make an educated decision on which route you want to pursue. Also, if you want to see more of this guy and his shenanigans, do hit that subscribe button. Till next time, more soberly honest reviews, calling it as it is. Cheers. You guys like that? More cheesiness on the way. Okay, the details here. I know it's kind of been a bit confusing. Shit, I forgot. More
Don't
information.
say that.
Yeah, well,